Hi mathematicians. Last time in math you looked at finding factors of a number and finding common factors of two numbers. Today we are going to define the term greatest common factor and practice finding the greatest common factor between two numbers. Okay, so the greatest common factor is often labeled as GCF, greatest common factor. Okay, remember as a factor is two numbers that multiply together to get a product. Greatest, biggest, common, the same. Okay, so we're looking for the biggest number or factor that is the same between two numbers. Biggest number or factor that is the same from each given number. All right, so let's practice with 12 and 9. So last time we worked on two different ways of finding factors. You could make it in a list or write it as multiplication problems. I'm going to write them in a list. So 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4 are my factors. I have a gap here because I wasn't sure how much room I would need. For 9, 1 times 9, and 3 times 3. So those are my factors of 12 and 9. Now what I need to do is see, do I have any common factors? Okay, so my common factors are numbers that are the same and in each factor list. Okay, so my common factors are 1 and 3, and we're looking for the biggest. So my greatest common factor, or my GCF, equals 3 for 12 and 9. Okay, so let's try another set of numbers. I'm looking for the GCF of 12 and 18. So one strategy we can do to solve this is a table. All right, so I can write this like a little multiplication chart. 1 times 12 gives me 12. 2 times 6 gives me 12. Also, 3 times 4 gives me 12. I don't need that last box there. This is for 12. For 18, one times 18 gives me 18 equals 18. 2 times 9 equals 18. Also, 3 times 6 equals 18. Now I'm looking for, what do these numbers have in common? 1, 2, 3, and 6. they have a lot of common factors. One, 2, 3, and 6. Remember, I am looking for the biggest number when I'm finding the GCF that they have in common. So my GCF for 12 and 18 equals 6. My GCF for 12 and 18 would be 6 because it is the largest or biggest number that both numbers have in common as a factor. All right, let's do one more together. GCF of 45 and 60. This time, I'm going to do a list method. So my factors of 45 are 1 times 45, 3 times 15, 5 times 9, and those are the factors. My factors of 60, 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, and 6 times 10. Sorry that I ran out of room there. Now I'm looking at what are my common factors. They both have the number 1 as a factor. They both have a 3 as a factor. They both have a 5 as a factor. And they both have 15 as a factor. What is the greatest common factor of 45 and 16? The GCF, or greatest common factor, of 45 and 60 equals 15. All right, 6th graders, please make sure that you reach out to your teacher if you have any questions of finding the GCF today. We will have a practice assignment for you to work on, practicing that, and make sure you turn it into Canvas for your participation points today. See you later.